As the gacha game genre continues to grow, we'll eventually get tired of certain aspects of these games. One such aspect that I've seen people grow tired of is the open world exploration of open world gachas. It's totally understandable. You see, it all started with Genshin Impact. Exploration was quite indeed fun in that game, at least for a little bit. That fun slowly died down as more and more regions came out, and the formula was just repeated over and over. Not to mention, exploring that game kind of sucked. The movement was ass. There was no mounts, stamina, terrible. So I think the main reason why people are tired of open world is simply just because Genshin burnt us the hell out. Right? You know, doing that for like 2 or 3 years simply got old. It did. Then, somewhere along the way, Tower of Fantasy came out. Yeah, surprising that I bring that game up. But it brought an open world aspect as well. However, it was way more enjoyable, surprisingly enough, just because there were mounts. Mounts simply just made it so much better. But that said, it was still hella easy to not care about exploring anymore after a while. And then, we come to Wuthering Waves, the current and most recent big open world game. Gacha game, that is. Some people really didn't care for it being an open world gacha, which is fair. Although exploring in this particular gacha game was much more enjoyable as well, because there's infinite stamina when you're running around. You can run up walls when you're climbing, and you can grapple. It felt a lot better. However, the same old formula is being repeated here. Okay, so again, the culprit is that we are just burnt out. I think that's mostly the issue here for a lot of people. Now, let me get more specific here as to why some people really don't enjoy it, especially me. I think a lot of the reasons point to exploring not feeling rewarding enough. You know what all these open world gacha games have in common? Well, the only reason to explore in these games is for gacha currency from chess and puzzles. Doing that for multiple games gets really, really old. How am I supposed to get the will to waste time exploring when I could be doing anything else more fun? Would I rather sit here going chest to chest, getting asked right for a future character with the possibility of losing 50-50 and not getting that character? Or would I rather go play Marvel Rivals?
Armed and dangerous again!
Reload.
That's 3! Again! Again!
Or something. The latter sounds way more fun. The big problem here is the gacha currency. Exploring don't feel good when that's the only goal to exploring in these games. That's why I haven't really done much exploring in Genshin or Wuthering Waves recently. I'm just tired of doing all this to pull on gacha. You see, ideally, I wish these games could be crafted more like Skyrim or something. Explore these cool areas, caves, some crazy locations, find some cool gear, some powerful gear, and do some cool secret quests as well. I'd do that any day. No problem. Here's an idea that I think is pretty good for what I think could help these games. So, you see, another thing these games have in common is the gear system. For Wuthering Waves, you have echoes. You get these multiple ways, but they are a grind because they have random stats. What I'm getting at is that how about we add more to this gear system? Something that you can get from exploring the open world as well. Not only gacha currency, but some kind of gear to make exploring worth it. Weapons. Get these damn weapons out of the gacha system because they don't belong there in my opinion in the first place. Like actually, characters should be the only thing in the gacha. Alright? Take the weapons out and add them to the open world's loot. Now, one thing that could happen is that these weapons have random stats like the echoes, but not too random where they are, ass most of the time, right? We want the weapons to feel at least a little bit good, right? Then, give these weapons unique drop rates, place them in certain regions where they drop higher, and boom! When you manage to open a chest in that area that has a chance to drop these and you get that weapon, it'll feel good. especially when it's a really good one, you know, that has really good stats. It'll feel so good. At least I think so. Imagine it. The question that comes. Hey, where do I, get this weapon that's supposedly, really good for my character? Well, Pookie Bear. It can drop from this particular area on the map. Explore it, grab some chests, maybe do some quests that you can find in that area, and it'll have a chance to drop from any of those sources. I feel like that would be fine. Not only does it add another level of grinding and playing the game, it also makes it feel more worth it to explore. But alas, Wuthering Waves and these other games are already set in stone and can't change up their system to something like that. You need a weapon? Well, good luck pulling for one off the gacha. Good luck. Come home, sword, please! I need you in my life! Some games you're not even guaranteed to get them. Only a new open world game could pull my ideals off. But it's not over. What Wuthering Waves could do, at the very least, is add unique weapons for secret quests. One of the best times of exploring that I had in a gacha game was in Genshin Impact's Dragon Spine. Surprised? I can understand that you'd be surprised because exploring that area kind of sucked because what do you mean my cryo character isn't immune to the cold? Anyway, you could do a quest line there and it would reward you at the end with a cool sword. Now the sword was good for a couple of characters, so mostly unusable, but in my opinion, doing the quest and exploring the mountain felt cool. It really did. It felt cool. At least I got a weapon that was really good for those couple of characters, right? I wish Wuthering Waves had more of that. I wish it did. And it would be a great start to making open world feel good again. I'm tired of going around, grabbing chests, and all I get is some resources, gacha currency. I get it. Gacha currency is nice to pull on the banners to help you get your characters. But when you do that for so long, you get tired of doing that, and exploring just don't feel good. I had a good start in Wuthering Waves. I really did. I was exploring, but when all I'm getting is gacha currency mainly from exploring, and that's like the big reward from exploring, it just don't feel good at all. It don't. So I have a hard time sitting down for like an hour or two exploring when I could be literally doing anything else. So if there were some other reward, something other than gacha currency to make it feel worth it to explore, it would feel better. It would feel better and it would feel like my time is respected. All in all, we need a change around here. Something new and exciting to explore for, not just gacha currency. Keep in mind, guys, that this is all just my opinion. If you are someone who enjoys the way it is currently in these games, all power to you, really. There's nothing wrong with that. You're enjoying it and I'm not. I'm the one taking the L, to be honest. But do let me know what you guys think down below. And while you're down there, consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.